would you start in the third period when Rask scored and how much life that gave you guys at that time? You seemed to really turn the flow of the game at that point.
Yeah, I mean, it's a huge goal, obviously. Getting us within one and, giving us a fighting chance.
They were all over you from the beginning of the first period on and turning pucks over, forcing turnovers, getting double loose pucks. What makes them so difficult to play on in your own end?
Yeah, I mean, they play a tight game, very high shot volume and get pucks in net and try to retrieve it and kind of rinse and repeat. But, we knew that coming into the game and we knew, the shot clock's going to go up and we just had to stay patient and, trust in our game.
What about the way Peter performed early on, especially when you were trying to get to your game and the opportunity he gave you guys to hang around in this one?
Yeah, he played great. He's a big reason why we had a chance at the end to tie up the game, and that's all you can ask for. He played really good.
I know the season's winding down here, but you guys are still in very much control of your destiny. How important is that mentality down the stretch here?
Yeah, I mean, it's huge. I think everyone in this locker room know what we're capable of, and we have a lot of trust and belief in that. We have a lot of trust and belief in ourselves, and like you said, it's a lot of games left to be played, and our goals remains the same, and we're going to do everything we can to push towards it.
The empty netter aside, how encouraged are you by the way you guys finished here tonight?
Yeah, I mean, I think we played in probably our best period in the third. It's we were on our toes, turning over pucks at their end instead, and getting pucks to their net. So something to build off of coming into Sunday.
Thanks, Raymond.
Big team to play against. What was the toughest thing about this game from that standpoint?
Well, I mean, they're a good skating team, and we knew they were going to start well in this building. They always do, and they fired a lot of shots. But after the first 10 minutes of the first period, I thought our game improved, and then. It's a little too much of a roller coaster tonight, and a lot of what they got in the second we kind of gave them, and in the third we were rolling them and the better team. So if we play a more complete second period, I think the way we kind of grinded it out in the first and accepted that they were going to shoot from everywhere and defend really well and not give them anything, not ignite their transition, and we just didn't do that in the second.
How difficult through the first 40 especially is it to constantly be defending and then get a change and then come back and do it all over again and really not be able to get any offense going? How difficult is that through the course of the game?
Well, it's something that you talk about before the game, and we talked about just staying patient and not getting frustrated. You know you're going to get your chances, not a lot of them, but when they come you got to be ready, and our line in particular, me and Ray, we got our chances. We just didn't bear down, and I talked about it yesterday that how important this time of year bearing down is, and it comes down to a one shot, and it's frustrating that we didn't get the third one to tie it up and get a point or two.
Peter's night tonight, just the way that he's kind of meshed himself with this team pretty quickly down the stretch.
Yeah, he was really good again, and gave us a chance to win this hockey game, and that's all you can ask for. And for a team that shoots as much as they do, you get a lot of volume, and he looked sharp through it all, and we give a backdoor and then a couple goals that we just, like I said earlier, we just ignited their transition and had tired bodies on the ice. So we got to do much better in front of him, and I think he has an even better night.
Despite the result here tonight, Dylan, I'm just wondering how confident you are in your overall team game right now. It seems like you played 3 really good, solid games over the course of the last 3. But going forward, how do you feel about your team game right now?
I mean, it's hard to sit here and say that you feel really, really good about it when you're not getting results this time of year, and given the position we're in. So you would like to play that way and get results, and that's the thing that's what we're looking for every night is 2 points, and it's frustrating we didn't get it tonight.
Todd, there was a heck of a push by your team in the third. What were you able to do in the third that you weren't able to do in the first 2 as far as getting some offensive momentum?
Well, I thought the second was the period that really hurt us. The first, you have to weather the storm here. They come out real hard. We got some good saves. I thought we settled in as the period wore on. Scoring certainly helped us, but the second period was unacceptable. It wasn't just Carolina inflicted; it was self-inflicted. It started with the very first shift, a turnover, and they scored, and now they got some momentum. some line changes, just some really dumb play on our behalf. So that was self-inflicted. We had a little chat between the second and third and found a way to push a little more, but obviously not enough. And if you don't play your full 60 against these top teams, you're likely going to come out in the losing end. And that's exactly what happened.
Some of it may have been self-inflicted, but they're also getting to loose pucks and forcing turnovers as well. What makes them so tough to play in the D zone against you?
Well, they're a good hockey club. They play with pace. They've got a veteran blue line that plays real well, and they make it hard on you. And it's the NHL. They're supposed to do that. So there's supposed to be 31 other teams that can do that as well, and there is. We're going to face one on Sunday, so we better get prepared to play.
Cat gets 31st of the year tonight and kicks things off. Just his impact on the offense for this group and the way he drives some of that play.
Yeah, you know what? He seems to be a guy that we can count on every night. He's usually not at the scene of the crime defensively, and offensively he's got some pop. He battles well. He loosens up pucks for his teammates. He makes plays when they're there, and obviously his shots very dynamic. He surprises a lot of goaltenders. So his game is one that's been pretty solid, win or lose, and we're happy for that. We just got to find a few more.
And speaking of goaltenders, Mrazek comes in tonight and he has a pretty good first period. And just your thoughts on his night overall?
I thought he was excellent. Not an easy team to play against. There's a lot of shots with a lot of traffic coming. You don't get a lot of time to reset because as soon as they get it, they turn and just sling it again. So he was very athletic and got to some rebounds that we needed to get him to get to. So no issues there. I thought he played an excellent game.
There was a lot to like in the last two games before tonight, a lot to like in the third period here tonight. What are you using to build off of right now as you head into Sunday?
Well, we know what we're going to face on Sunday, or maybe we don't yet because we haven't had our pre-scout, but our attempt at a win there is going to have to be more consistent than it was here tonight. The game may be a little bit different. They play the game a little differently. But if we're not in it for 60, it doesn't matter what momentum we're talking about or what preparation we're talking about. It's not the time of the year to play 2 periods. It's time to compete for 3.
Thanks.